Speak.
Strong, tough to bring down. Just gets stronger as seasons go on, it seems. And you see so many glancing blows on him, that people fall off and he falls forward. Tremendous football player. I mean, he's the guy that they're trying to get going all the time.
Even if you can slow him down, because nobody really kind of stops him, doesn't it still play really well into their play action?
And their boot game,
Yep.
all that stuff, absolutely right. And that's how it's, that's the catch-22. You're going to leave a lot of one-on-ones with some talented players on the outside if you're going to do a lot of things to try to stop them inside. And so that's the delicate balance that we're going to try to walk.
And finally, their tight ends. How big of a threat?
I think they traditionally have used tight ends as good as anybody probably in the country. Just in terms of the different things and formations that they'll get into with those guys. For example, they could be in third down and be in 3 tight end sets and come out in 4 wide receiver formations and run the same offense that they would run with talent that's probably comparable to most receivers. And so they just talented kids. They can run, they can block. I mean, they've done a good job there recruiting those kids and using them.
What to you were the biggest issues defensively you had against Oklahoma a couple of weeks ago?
We had a difficult time finishing plays. We had a difficult time I think sometimes they say close only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades. And we just let some opportunities slip away, and sometimes opportunities maybe that we didn't that don't show up on the stat sheet. Maybe they're not massive things, but things that could have been tackles for loss that ended up 2nd and 4. Things that may have been plays, things that maybe should have been covered, that a ball got caught in some traffic that because we didn't have good body control. Things like that just we're learning as we develop in this system some of the quirks, and we've got to do a better job as coaches of getting those guys in spots where they can have control and make those plays.
Now, how much Khalid means to your defense? Has there been just kind of an adjustment period, getting used to playing without him the last couple of weeks?
We're finding that out for sure. Yeah, that hurts. And then when you lose him and Bronson Massey, those are 2 pass rushing guys that are irreplaceable. Honestly, I mean, everybody in the country would love to have those 2 guys coming off the edge on 3rd down. And so, we're finding some new guys, which is phenomenal, and we're trying to work around it a little bit schematically.
As you start going up against more Big 12 teams that play 3-3-5 themselves, you have to think about maybe going more 4 just to confuse them?
Yeah, that's Iowa State's certainly going to know the ins and the outs. I don't think we're quite the same in what we do, but they're certainly going to have the answers for some of the things that we're going to present, just like I think maybe we'll have some answers for some of the things they present, hopefully. And so, having the week off has certainly made us reevaluate some things, and we'll see how it plays out.
Last year when you played Iowa State, Brock Purdy got into a pretty good rhythm against you guys. Just how important is it to disrupt him and get pressure on the quarterback?
Yeah, we did a poor job early in that game of getting off the field on 3rd down. I just think of how that game flow went, and I know the first series, I think we were 3rd and long on the 3rd play of the game, and they converted on something that they had doctored up nicely, and they just went down the field and scored. And then on the 2nd series, we had them backed up, and I think it was again a 3rd and medium, and we got a pass interference penalty on a slant that they went down the field again, and so and changed the field position. So it's I think we have to get going early, and I think our guys are going to be jazzed up and ready to roll, and so I've just got to do a job of getting those guys in positions where they can be themselves and go play fast.
Did any young players catch your eye over the bye week?
Absolutely. I would say 3 guys in particular. I thought Crew Jackson was phenomenal this week as a linebacker. He's still got things to learn, but I think physically he's bringing some things to the table that maybe we don't have at that position. He's tall as I am, and he runs me just a hair better than I do. But and then I thought Amaris Brown had a really good week. He's played a little bit, but we're just trying to expand his role a little bit. And Cartez Crook Jones would be another one. That up front, with the injury situation that we have, we're looking for more depth and more guys. And he's always been a solid guy, but I think he's starting to step into his body a little bit more and be more confident in what he does. So those would be the 3 that just jump out at me immediately.
What did Baylor do on third downs against Iowa State to get off the field?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Baylor brought a variety of pressures that I thought were interesting. You know, they moved their targets around a little bit. I mean, they were dropping 8. They were, you know, bringing the house. They were, you know, bringing simulated pressures. I thought they did a nice job of just staying unpredictable on third down, and they kind of stayed a step ahead.
Joe, along those lines, how difficult is it to balance keeping, like you said, unpredictable in attacking the quarterback, but also maintaining the idea of not giving up explosive plays?
That's it, and yeah, that's and you know, with us being new in the scheme, you know, when you're years into something, you have just base things that you fall back on, and that's still where we're struggling a little bit, is just falling back on, hey man, just rules and principles, guys. Say we're going to make this adjustment. It's just like this, and we don't have enough seasoning right now to do some of those things, and so. For us to make massive changes is more difficult than maybe somebody that's been doing things like this for time. You know, as players for sure, but as coaches also. You know, and we're you know, we have some answers. We just sometimes have difficulty maybe expressing how to get those answers through to the players, if that makes any sense.
What kind of progress has Wayne Jones made in his transition?
Had a really good couple of weeks too. You know, and he was a guy that I think the bye week did some good for. You know, his body and his probably mental state needed a couple days, as did a lot of our guys, and so he's been rock solid, and you see a lot of him tomorrow.
Anything else? All right, thanks.
Thanks, see you guys.
Coach, who has better hair, you or Craig?
Well.